Hey, Lucio, my name is now Pam, and today I thought I would just give my opinion on DTYS, or Draw This in Your Style. This goes across many platforms on social media. This has been going on for a while. I would say a year-ish. It's more recent in the terms of art trends. Besides Tune Me, I can't really think of an art trend besides Draw This in Your Style, so I figured I would go into it and just give my personal opinion about it. I think it's both a good thing and then also a bad thing, so we'll be going into the different elements of that. Okay? Cool. First, we'll start off with the good news. The things that I like about DTYS. One, it's a way to get a reference from one of your favorite artists. If you like someone on Instagram and they do a DTYS, you're like, cool. This is an opportunity for me to create art for them that they're going to see and that they can share, and that it's like a community thing, which is really nice that you get to see this one picture being depicted in so many different styles, and just that diversity is so interesting, because I feel like in the art community we sometimes get into this rut of similar styles or copycatting or things like that of that nature. So I think being able to actually show off your style and showing how it is different from everyone else is really cool. And I also like when artists put in the effort of posting a DTYS, the initial one, where they create a unique character or they create a landscape, and they just make it something fun for everyone to be involved in. Overall, DTYS is good in concept, where I was going over the diversity of different artist styles all being implemented on this one thing, this one particular drawing, one character, one particular pose, one particular background, so on and so forth. It's an interesting thing to just go over and be wow, we really are artists, and we can all grow from each other and the different ways that we do the same thing. But there are a couple of things that I do have kind of a gripe about DTYS. The first off is DTYS subject matter. If it's a creative, original character that's been used specifically for a hashtag DTYS or a Draw This in Your Style, then that's good. I believe that is kind of the bestest way of making a DTYS, where it's an originally created just for the DTYS, so that it gives people an opportunity to look at something else and also create something new and interesting. The one thing that I do see sometimes is when people use their OCs in DTYS, when a creator makes the original, their own Draw This in Your Style for their followers to do, they'll use an OC of theirs, or a couple of them, or they'll simply just say in a post, hey, I'm doing a DTYS, just draw any of my original characters, and I'll look at it and just do the hashtag, and I'll see it, and maybe something else will happen like that. I don't like this way of doing a DTYS, especially if you're saying, just go draw my OCs. You don't even make an original art post for it. You just say, draw these characters, and I'll, with this hashtag, and I might look at them. Is that I feel like it's a sneaky way to try and get free commissions from people. I understand, to a certain extent, you're going to get a wide range of artistic quality, but at the same point, if you have 10,000 followers, and still you can have even a very small minority of your followers actually do the DTYS, that's still 100 different artistic pieces that of your characters for free. I don't know, I just think that it lowers the value of certain artistic expressions, especially people who are on Instagram and maybe don't think they have they don't have the confidence to do commissions themselves, or they're just doing it as a hobby and not really interested in that, and they're just kind of making art for the sake of making art, and just kind of abusing that kind of willfulness to draw, and taking advantage of people's affection of you as being a follower and doing this for you. I just see a kind of dirtiness to it, where you're tinging the reason to do a DTYS, and it just kind of seems it doesn't seem like you're putting in a lot of effort as a creator to make a DTYS, and then you're also getting like something beyond just seeing the diversity of different art styles out of it. Depending on whether you make an original art piece with your OCs or you just say, draw these OCs of mine, like, it feels disingenuous because not only are you putting in less effort of trying to create something new for your DTYS, but you're also kind of taking advantage of your followers and their affection for you. Depending on, like, who you are, obviously, you'll get more response and more higher quality art from people, and getting it for free and kind of doing it as like a loophole to get free commissions, I can understand, like, that's not everybody's intention. It's just the way that I perceive it, and I don't think that's really how a DTYS should be. Now, with me saying this, I know I can get some criticism because it's like, hey, you're doing someone's AU of Markiplier's, like, universe. And yes, I am. It's one of the characters in that is a character that they made, an Markiplier ego that they created. And yeah, I can see how in a certain aspect that that DTYS in itself is a portion of, like, trying to get free art in that sort of sense. But at the same point, I trust the person that started this DTYS. I believe their username is SmileDog1568. If I'm wrong, I'll just put it up on the screen so that they can get followers, because they need it. Their art is great, and I just really enjoy what they create and do. So I just wanted to show my appreciation by creating and being a participant in their DTYS. That being said, I know that it has one of their original characters in it. It's an ego of Markiplier that they made. It's a fan-made Markiplier, like, persona. And that in itself can be an element of everything I was just denouncing. But it's really a case-on-case basis of what you do a DTYS for. As if you are a follower of someone and you're like, wow, they really make great art, they post a lot, and I've been watching them for some time, and they're just really cool, and I want to make art for them. Like, do that. You're a person, I'm a person, and we're allowed to make our own choices here. It's just at the same time, I can look at someone's post when they're creating a DTYS and say they're being disingenuous, or they're trying to get artwork for free and not put a lot of effort into the DTYS that they're creating. And then I can also see when people are being genuine and are just interested in the diversity of art styles and want to make this for their followers. And their followers were asking for it, and it's just something really fun to do with your art community. It's just like, you have to look at how a person is acting on their account and take into consideration what you believe their personality is or what their motivations are, to be like, yeah, they are doing this for the fun of it and I want to participate in it, or no, I think their motivations are a little foggy and I don't really know if they're being genuine or not, or if they're trying to kind of get something out of it for themselves, for the sake of, not for their artistic community and not for their followers, but just for them themselves. That's like the really important distinction that I can make for myself and then you have to make for yourself. But as I said, DTYS is an interesting concept in itself, and it is a really fun way to just see how many different people with several, like, unique different art styles can create so much diversity off of one piece of art. And that's why I wanted to get into it, because it is such an interesting concept, and the way that people play with it, I just wanted to discuss it. So, that's really going to be it. I really enjoy more of the conversational stuff than more the process of making art, because it's like, I don't know how to describe me painting the background purple or drawing characters in a certain way. It's just like being able to make the art focused on, like, a certain topic and then just talking about that topic. I like it more. If you don't, well, you don't have to watch my content. That's really the long and short of it. But I really appreciate you for sticking around till the end, and I'll see you next time. Bye!